Hello guys, and welcome to episode 29 of my Rome 2 Total War campaign with the Iceni tribe. Today we're going to be attacking further into southern Spain. Nearly got the last few settlements, there's only 3 left in Spain. Then we're also going to be attacking into Italy further. We got Valathri as a target, we got Rome as a target with these 2 armies. And we've also got this backup army coming down, which does need some slingers. Somebody mentioned this in the last video on the comments. They said that there's no skirmishers, what are you doing? And that is very correct, and I will recruit them in the next turn once I have some money. Then we got the druids. They're going to come down and help convert the culture of this province, but that's all going to have to be in the next turn. Let's just check, see if anyone else needs moving. The noble stag's still sitting in Bibracte. The consorts of Morrigan, they're sitting by Ariminum this turn. But it looks like, for the first time in a long time, that all of my units have already been moved. No event messages to read, and everything else seems fine. We've got the technology that's going to finish next turn, which will help us complete the mission. But for now, that's it, so let's go ahead and click end turn. And it looks like we're being attacked by the Turduli. Interesting. They have a lot of cavalry. 4 units of Scutari cavalry, including their general, in this army. And they've got 3 units in the reinforcing army. Looks like it might be quite a nice fight, but I do have ballistas, so it should be reasonably easy. Let's go ahead and fight it on the battle map. The Battle of Cartuba. Well, it looks like we have a little bit of a hill to help defend. I'm going to move my ballistas up here. There we go. I'm going to split them a little bit so they don't jam up in the middle. These guys don't fight it out for who has which space. And we're going to get the levy freemen to line up in front of them. There we go. And the slingers in front of them, which can run back behind the ballistas if they have to. Cavalry behind, along with the general. There we go. There's my army, ready to fight them back off this hill. Start the battle and see what happens. Hopefully we'll be able to see their army. There it is. And it looks like they're going to start running towards me. As soon as my ballistas are in range, they will fire themselves upon the enemy, and I will then be able to set my own targets. So it looks like they're going to be firing on this unit first. These unfortunate Iberian slingers. I'm going to now select both the ballista units and tell them to attack the swordsman instead. A lot of horses died there. Looks like I hit a unit I couldn't see. Crazy. A lot of rocks coming in though and destroying this unit. Down to 129 men, 127 men now. 26 and so on. I'm going to change the target now to the cavalry. Going to select one of the units and tell them to attack the other set of cavalry. So one's going to be attacking this one, one's going to be attacking this one. That will hopefully... Oh my lord. Look how many horses died there. They did not like that. Well, that's going to help out a lot because it's going to basically mean that I wiped out the cavalry threat before they even get here, which means I can use my own cavalry for flanking if I destroy these 2 units. So one's already starting to waver. If we can get another decent hit, it's going to cause them probably to rout. A lot of damage dealt there. Get my veteran riders to react on the left.
Hunger for blood and battle. Ballista!
some reinforcing cavalry coming up.
Levy free men! Our horses love blood.
Frenzied charge.
Charge!
There we go. Engaging all their cavalry on the left side. See the big chunks of cavalry that I've killed as they're coming up towards me.
Free men! Kill Levy freemen! Battle ready!
Engaging me pretty hard.
Levy freemen! We hunger for blood and battle! Ballista!
I'm hoping that I can
Forward!
deal as much damage as I need to win this battle on the left with the cavalry, and then I can use them to flank round the back of the big fight in front. So at the moment, doesn't seem to be going too well.
Our general is under attack.
Going to charge my general down towards these Iberian cavalry. Alright, we managed to rout one of the units of cavalry, which is going to allow me to break through my cavalry over here. And we can actually attack his general. That's probably a good idea.
Missiles ready.
The general taking care of their Iberian cavalry. Unfortunately, this general isn't very high rank, so he can't really do much in terms of giving people abilities. I'm gonna try and take out some of these missile units now with my cavalry, as the rest of their army routes. And also my general can get involved. Awesome. And Levy Freeman took quite a lot of damage from this fight. Still got reinforcements to deal with. Get my Britain ballistas to start targeting those. And for some reason, one of my ballista units isn't actually using their ballistas. Got broken off. Probably got engaged by some unit or another. Being flanked on the left by some cavalry. Need to deal with them. So I've got to deal with these Iberian swordsmen before they kill off my Levy Freeman unit.
The men are wavering.
Okay, so job done there. We lost a unit of Levy Freeman, it looks like, and a unit of slingers. Not too much of an issue.
Proud sons of Britain.
For some reason, my veteran riders stopped charging.
The enemy general is dead.
Good job there. My general being engaged by Iberian swordsmen. Charge into the back of them with my own unit of veteran riders. That broke that unit. That'll teach them for trying to kill my general. I'm going to stop my ballistas from firing because I heard some ballista rounds land very near my general, which is not what I want to happen. We're just chasing his general now off the field. And that's our victory. Not as smooth as I had hoped. Quite a close victory. For that front line hit that they did with the majority of their men at once really did take me by surprise and managed to kill off a Levy Freeman unit here and there. We still only lost 886 men. They lost 2,222. So actually quite in our favour anyway. I love it when you just beat him down like that. He's struggling to stand back up. Brilliant. Destroyed a lot of their units by doing that.
Your next command?
And looks like my general actually upgraded. Awesome. We got the construction mission finished. And Natos increasing in rank, which is this dude who just won his first big battle, I think. He took over from Belenos, who was the conqueror of Spain. Now he's fighting in his footsteps. Now we're going to change to warrior code. So we're going to research all the way to warrior aristocracy.
Warriors all!
And in this turn we're going to lay siege to Kartuba.
Let them cower before us. We take this settlement for
Now,
a tribe.
4 turns until surrender. What I'm hoping is, because I've still got some pretty depleted men, I'm hoping that they sally forth to attack me. And then I can do a similar defense again with these ballistas, because they're very, very handy and can really turn the tide of these fights. So we're going to leave it at that. Then over in Italy, we can think about taking over some of these small towns and so on. So for Lathri, going to be the first target of my armies. This is going to be Italian spearmen. We've got a reinforcing army. This general, who's got Italian spearmen, mob, and levy slingers. This shouldn't be too hard. Again, we've got some Britain's ballistas to help us out. But the good thing about this army is that it's incredibly high rank. Most of the units are at least 6 unit rank. Let's go and assault this on the battlefield. So it looks like the enemy's actually sallied forth to attack me, which is fair enough. It's going to make my life a little bit easier. And we're going to go take the high ground on the left. Now, it's not that much of a high ground, but it just gives my ballistas a bit of a vantage point. And I think the reinforcements, if I'm correct, would come in from somewhere over here, like the opposite corner. So it will allow me to deal with both armies individually. So let's get the swordsmen to line up in front. Spearmen, skirmishers, cavalry, chariots, and of course my general. Now my general should probably be in the mix somewhere, but I'll just put him here for now. I'll do. There's my entire army. I'm going to start the battle. So there they are.
As I look at this proud army, I am
Once again with
certain
my
that they
ballistas,
shall be
I'm going to
ours.
let them
We
fire at
fight
will,
for ourselves.
and then I'll select my targets
Enemy
after they start
reinforcements
firing.
approaching.
Fight for each other to protect and serve. We fight for our homeland to crush and conquer.
Woo! Right. Pretty far from my homeland, but there we go. Should soon be in range to fire upon these missile units at least. But I'll probably start targeting these Italian spearmen units sooner than later, because they're the very dense units, so it will take a lot of damage from my ballistas. Breaking up those kinds of formations is pretty important. There we go. Ballistas firing. Hitting these levy slingers. Can now target the Italian spearmen. They're going to get pretty worn out, hopefully, by running all the way up this hill. See, it is pretty steep if you look at it from this direction. And boom. Straight through that unit. That is ridiculous. 25, 27 men killed there. With one volley. Here comes another volley. I'm going to change the target onto a more replenished unit. So now this unit of Italian spearmen is going to be taking some hits. Crazy stuff going on there. That was a big hit. Now we're going to attack the general of this army. And they've now engaged me with their slingers. Wow, another big chunk taken out.
Sword band.
And charge forwards with my sword band. Deal with these units head on. going to change the target of these ballistas to fire on these Italian cavalry that seem to have come in from the reinforcements. If we can take out some of these cavalry, then that'll be very useful.
Our general is under attack.
There we go, job done. Wow, big hit there on the cavalry. Nicely done. I'm going to stop my ballistas from changing their position. I'm going to break off my cavalry and we'll take them on that way. Looks like the cavalry's actually decided to charge my sword band. Sword band were already engaged, so I decided to make them turn around and attack them themselves. This army of Italian cavalry is just going to get annihilated by my 3 units of veteran riders, and we can continue to charge into the back of their other unit of Italian cavalry using the same men. Hopefully my sword band can survive long enough. Yep, certainly looks like it. Awesome. Right, let's get the veteran riders back up. Get the sword band back into formation in front of the spear band. Cool beans. Now the Britain ballistas are now firing upon this levy slingers unit, which what might be a good idea is to get a unit of cavalry and go take them out, because they seem very isolated over here. Same with these 2 units on the right, and if I can get rid of them before they engage me, it's going to help me out a lot. So, I'm going to go charge them, and then with a couple units of cavalry, leave a cavalry unit back. Also got these chariots. I'm not sure how useful they'll be, but yeah, let's try them out. Let's just charge them with melee into a unit and see how much damage it actually does. Because these are all like light units, mob and levy slingers, and I just want to see how much to the charge impact actually has. Because they seem to stop. Okay, they've stopped. Oh, that seems a bit pointless. I'm gonna have to be honest here. That was a bit lackluster. I really thought they would do a bit more damage than that. They did manage to like break this mob unit, but well, it's not really hard to break mob. Oh well, move the chariots back up. Get the veteran riders out of there before they get caught out by the Italian spearmen. Okay, we're probably going to have to attack them at some point because they're just killing my sword band off with slingers. Alright, let's make these ballistas firing on the largest chunks of men.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
So we're going to end up being surrounded at some point. Alright, let's just charge down. Use up our ammunition.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
There we go. Engaging them head on. Now it allows me to get my veteran riders around the side to help out. Cool. Get the ballistas to fire upon these skirmish units on the right side. Veteran riders can now charge into the back of this Italian spearman unit with the frenzy charge. It's going to do a significant amount of damage. And then we got these levy slingers. They're going to be taken on by my infantry. There we go. The horses broke those men over there. Gonna stop my ballistas from firing. Looks like they already have anyway. And we're gonna mop up the rest of these missile units. And there we go. Victory is ours. Nice victory, and the battle there. They sallied forth to attack me, so that's going to end up killing that entire army. 298 men, they lost 2,942. Jolly good job that. I'm going to sack the province, or the settlement, and then we're going to attack it again and take it over for ourselves.
Ready for battle.
Occupy the region.
Warriors.
Now we can sort out all the buildings. So, going to make this into a closed land. We're going to convert this into a Shrine of Rosmerta, this into our own culture port, this into our own culture settlement. Over here, this is in Valathri. This is, we just need to repair all of the buildings this turn so we can convert these. And that's pretty much job done there. Now, this army.
To serve the people of Britain.
Going to change him into a normal stance.
You get to
I'll give
work.
him no stance, and then we're going to go and attack Rome.
We take this settlement for the besieging settlement.
Now, I'm not confident enough to attack the walls of Rome with this army because it's likely that the walls will have boiling oil, so attacking them just through the gates will be like suicide pretty much. So I'm going to continue the siege. And it's only 2 turns until surrender anyway, so I may as well just wait and siege it. And then if they come out and attack me in the meantime, then so be it. That will actually be to my benefit. Same over here. That's what I'm going to wait for, them to attack me.
Hail to the
And this
mother.
army, meanwhile,
How can I help?
in Abora is dealing with the provincial public order quite well, which is nice, which will allow this army to continue on its rampage.
Thirsty for battle.
Okay, so there's some rebels here. I'm not sure if they're because of me or not, or whether it was the last owners that caused that to happen. But I'm going to take this army out anyway and go and deal with them. Looks like they just retreated anyway. Without my army in the settlement, they go down to -6 happiness, which is not great. So I'm going to have to re-garrison that settlement before going to chase the rebels, because I wouldn't have enough movement points to attack the rebels and get back to the settlement in the same turn. One turn until the Shrine of Rosmerta is finished in Bibracti, and I'll finally be able to move out the noble stags. Awesome stuff. Let's get this army down towards Rome. Going to change them to normal stance so I can recruit. Move them first, then recruit 3 units of slingers into this army. Cool. And let's think about moving the fleet to blockade somewhere. I might just move it down towards Neapolis. I don't necessarily want to attack Alelia yet. If I can blockade Neapolis, it will help me out more, I think. Also, I might encourage them to attack that navy, which I think is more superior because it's mostly melee units than any of the Italian navies, which would be mostly missile units. Let's get the spy to continue on his way around the coast of Africa.
Protects travelers. I am done.
Cool. I'm going to set him to intelligence for this turn. And we need to think about moving the druids down. Get this druidess all the way down to the border of this settlement. And the same with this druid guy here, but he's going to stay on the edge of this one. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this druid guy in this province, which is Rome, Ariminum, Valathri and Neapolis. And then this druidess, although she's going to do administration this turn, I'm going to move her down to this province, which is owned by Rome, and start converting the culture there as well before I take it over. Because that will help out the public order in both of the provinces when I come to attack them. So this isn't actually too bad for me at the moment. It's only -6 this turn. And with the military presence that we have in the province currently, we get a +19 public order bonus, which is very, very nice. So, I think that is pretty much everything done for this turn. Let's just have a quick look at the messages. Enemy army retreats, settlement captured, settlement sacked, shipwrights report. I don't know why it's got some weird unit cards for them, but the 3 units of levy freemen in the army. Then we got the increase in rank, research complete. Quartermaster's report, again, why is it showing me Greek unit cards? Kind of weird. And yeah, so all of the messages we've already kind of looked at. Everyone seems to be okay with me, which seems kind of weird. These were most of the people who I've sort of discovered along my way, and I've got quite a lot of trade agreements going on at the moment. If we just quickly jump into the finance, we can see that I get plus 4,586 just from trade. My army upkeep is minus 12,209 per turn, but that wouldn't even, if I didn't have all that trade, I would actually probably be in negative income right now. My base income is 2,500. That's from other sources. Not sure exactly what that comes from. There we go. You can see all these trade partners. Syracuse giving me 808 per turn. The Ordovician Kingdom 787 per turn. Oh, this is pretty crazy stuff. It's a nice big trade agreements I've got going on. Really, really helping to support my empire.
Well met.
So the culture is going to change in this province in the next turn, hopefully by about 5 to 10%. Then we got the sieges of both Rome and Cartuba, which they will hopefully attack me in. So I'm going to go ahead and click end turn.
There is a time when warriors must sheath the sword and talk for the good of their people.
The Etruscan League are now scared. After I've taken off 2 settlements from them, they are both at war with Rome, I think, and myself. So they're sandwiched between 2 mighty empires. Well, Rome's not exactly a mighty empire anymore, but there we go. They actually love me quite a lot, the Romans. Very friendly towards me. But these guys want a peace treaty, and I'm not going to give it to them. Say goodbye to the Etruscan League.
God's give me.
And we're being attacked by the army of Rome. Now, I would love to do this episode, but unfortunately this has been my time. So, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this new episode of Rome 2 Total War. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Goodbye.